Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Warning: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. I do not under any circumstances endorse or condone the breaking of any laws in my or any other jurisdiction. The contents of this video are in accordance with Governor Greg Abbott's Executive Order GA 56, along with guidance issued by the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission and the Texas Department of Human Services. Viewing beyond this point is a choice you have made, and you take responsibility for that choice. Thank you, and please have a great day.
Hey, you guys!
Hello and welcome to this video. I hope everyone's doing well, hope everyone's having fun, and I hope the universe is treating you fairly. Today's video, I'm continuing. A little bit ago, I did a video on the Planet of the Vapes XMAC UNT, which is a $50 portable handheld dry herb vaporizer. Now we're going to move up to the $100 price range. And the one that I found that I can with a clear conscience recommend is the Planet of the Vapes ONE. It is a very solid. It produces just the same quality as the UNT. Hence, in that video, I brought up that the UNT hits above its price range. For the minor things that could be considered distractions or cons in its way, the UNT is it creates great vapor. At the time of filming, I just checked the website, and they are out of stock. Christmas is coming up, and for $50, if you have somebody you know that enjoys the herb, whether it be the hemp, the devil's lettuce, the tobacco, or just the aromatic flavored packs you can buy for vaping. This one, like I said, the vapor is about the same as the UNT. But what you get for $50 more is a little bit more interaction. I can set the exact temperature that I want between 310 and 430 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't know right off the top of my head what the Celsius is. Sorry about that. It's a little bit heavier case, so at the lower temperatures, I keep mine at about 340, 350 ready. Well, I'll fire it up and we'll show you later. Unfortunately, I can't show you using it because of YouTube. And yes, I know there are some 420 friendly channels out there, like the Strange Show, that they do show, you know, the use of the devil's lettuce or hemp and stuff. And I think a lot of that is because they are commercially viable, and YouTube is, at the end of the day, YouTube is in it for the money. If there was no money in it, there would be no YouTube. So, you know, and I'm not mad, because when I consume the hemp, I'm either consuming it because my arthritis is really bad, or I just want to chill out to go to bed. So I'm not that put out by it. I wish I could show you I don't even think I could show the non controversial things like tobacco, like pipe tobacco or cigarette tobacco, or the flavor packs. I think it's just smoking in general, regardless of what you're smoking. And as this is a non-monetized channel, and I want to keep it that way, I want to try my best to keep it non-monetized. So yeah, and because the people that are going to watch this video from beginning to end have an interest. They've already got an interest either in my videos and me or the subject matter. And I'm glad you're watching it. I need to take a minute. I haven't done this in a few videos, but I need to thank everybody that's subscribed, everyone that hits a like. And another thing, this is one of the most important things that I put in my videos when I'm discussing the good people that subscribe to my channel, is your subscriptions make me want to make more videos. Okay? And because you are taking the time to watch me babble and pull stuff out of my ass, hey, I got to kind of thank you for it. Well, I have to thank you for it because, well, you're good people. Another thing is, if you watch these videos and you don't feel like subscribing, don't. There's no obligation. Like I said, I'm non-monetized. I'm not worried about clicks. I'm not worried about views. So if you're watching it and you're like, yeah, this is an okay video, but I really don't feel like subscribing, don't. Doesn't bother me a bit, because I'm going to continue to make videos for and the people that subscribed, I'm going to put a little bit more effort in for them because they've earned it by subscribing. So, getting back to the Planet of the Vapes ONE. This is the body of it. And here's your chamber that holds 1/10 of a gram of whatever. This is an LED screen. We'll get to that in a moment. This is for your mouthpiece. This is the piece cap part of your mouthpiece. I don't know how well it's coming out on the camera, but there's a screen there to keep any herb or anything that's in your chamber from coming up into here, into your mouthpiece, and getting a mouthful of whatever. This is the standard mouthpiece that comes with it. If you notice, it has little dimples and little incrustations or dimples or holes, whatever you want to call them. Let's see if we can get a good view of this. See? And that's what it looks like. What that does is it allows the air to come through and mix with your vapor, cooling it down further, cooling it way down. Which means you can take longer draws, and if you're one of those people that feels the need to hold it in your lungs to you cough out a lung or three, you can do that. You can do it longer. I mean, you can cough out more of your lung. I don't recommend doing that. That's just personal, but you do you. Now, they have probably 8-10 different mouthpieces you can get for it. I've got 2 because 2 of them are what I use. There's a bunch of little mouthpieces like bubblers and stuff like that. And all a bubbler is a mini bubbler is it's a mouthpiece, probably about yay big, that you put water in, and when you suck on it, it pulls the vapor up through the water. The water cools the vapor before it gets into your mouth. There are people that prefer tap hot water, or tap cold water, or just room temp water. It's all three of them are significantly cooler than the whatever. Even if you're on the lowest setting, they're going to be significantly cooler, and it's going to cool the vapor down. You don't want to use hot water. You don't want to boil water. These mouthpieces are not made from borosilicate glass. So every time, if you're to use boiling water in them, you weaken the glass so it just spontaneously shatters. Don't put boiling water in them. Just tap water, tap hot water. But the mouthpieces I've got this one here. As you can tell, it's got the same inclinations, or the same holes, and it's got this bulb here. This bulb will hold the vapor. The vapor, you draw it in, it's going to cool off a little bit here, it's going to get in here, it's going to expand, and it's going to cool because it's expanding and letting the air mix. And when you pull through here, you're going to get the same cooling action. Now, for the chef's kiss of all the mouthpieces, water pipe adapter, or as we used to call them back in the 80s, bongs. This goes in, and this is a 10, 12, and 14 millimeter variable thing on your bong where you'd put your bowl and combustion your whatever. This goes into here, and you've got this like this. Then you just stick it in. You know, you've got your traditional one. It would be down here. They make ones now because of the invent of the portable thing, in which the bowl's on top and gravity does most of your work for you. And basically all those do is you pull down through a tube, you pull your thing in, it goes through a bubbler or a percolator into water, it cools, and you can get a large amount of smoke and either clear it all in one breath, or you can sip on it and get a little bit at a time. It's completely up to you. But this here, this is what the one looks like coming straight out of the box. Turn it on. You got your buttons. They're black, so you may not be able to see them, but you got a top button here. You push it 1, 2, 3. It comes on. And there we go. It's heating up. I got it at 340. Yeah, that's where I thought I had it. It takes about 30 to 40 seconds to heat up. We'll let this heat up. The battery's almost dead. I haven't charged it in about 3-4 days, so I need to do that. Put it on the charger. But see, you saw how long you heard it. I don't know if you heard it, but it vibrated. Kind of like your cell phone when you have your cell phone set to vibrate. 3 clicks and you turn it off. And another thing, you have the dosing capsules. It's a little capsule, holds just a hair under 1/10 of a gram. That's the lid. You would put your dry herb in here. You put your cap on. Then you take and you put it in here. There you go. Then you put this back on. and you're ready to go. The dose, you get one dosing capsule when you buy it, and it's my understanding that the original purpose of the dosing capsule was for concentrates. I forgot to get something out. I need to show you guys. I don't do concentrates just because it's just a me thing. There's nothing wrong. For people that do concentrates, that's cool. You do you. It's just not my thing. You know, maybe because I'm old and concentrates is one of those new school things. But here, this is like a little sponge. You put your concentrate. It's kind of like gooey. It has about the same consistence as warm peanut butter. You'd put a little bit on there. You inhale it. You heat it. It heats up. Vapor's released. You inhale it. One of the reasons why I personally do not do dabs is that it's way more THC entering my body at one time than I'm comfortable with. Like I said, that is a me thing. If you're out there, you do dabs, shatter, you know, oil, whatever. That's cool. You keep on keeping on. So that's cool. It's just me personally. There's nothing wrong with doing dabs. There's nothing wrong with doing oils. There's nothing wrong doing concentrates. I just prefer not to. Yeah, this, I like this. This is a little bit heavier shielded, a little bit thicker. It's metal. This is actual metal here. And it keeps your hands from getting as hot as the oont does. The problems that I have are not really problems. The things that are kind of might be detracting for some people is you have a fixed 4-minute session time. And that's it. And if you notice here, the bottom, don't know how well it's coming out on the camera, but this is micro USB, which most things have gotten away from. You have the USB-C, I think it's called. The kind of universal. It's a little bit bigger. It's universal. But yeah. But for going out, I've taken this. I've fully charged it, and I've drained it. About, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours, and that just constantly, you know, sucking it. As soon as it auto cuts off, kicking it back on, or it's still hot, and just keep going to town. Now, I will tell you, if you do, you get one of these, you turn it on, you do your vaping. You do your 4-minute session. It auto cuts off. You drop it back in your pocket. You let it cool down before cool down to room temperature before you hit it again. And like I said, I've gotten about 2.5, 3 days out of it. But that's hitting it, you know, sporadically through the day. You know, so it's if you let it cool down before, you know, you do, especially at the higher temperatures. I did this when I did some of my tests on it, or just filling it out. I did it at the highest temperature, and that well, you're using the power to heat it up that much hotter. The heat, if you hit it again right after it cuts off, and boom, you've got the heat, then you're generating more heat, it just, the battery seems, I mean, it may not, I could be completely delusional. I mean, and that's possible. Just ask my wife. That this is pretty good. This is the one I take out when I go do my chickens. When I'm out with my chickens, I'll take this with me. I'll fill up the dosing capsule, which I don't like the name dosing capsule. I think they should call them travel capsules, a travel pack, because that's kind of what they are. Something else I forgot to get out. This. This is a container. It holds 5 of the dosing capsules. It holds 4. Excuse me. Let me correct myself. It holds 4 of the dosing capsules. Basically, what you would do is you'd load up all your capsules. You know, you'd have your capsules, and you drop them in here, just like that. Then load it. You have it loaded up, and you're going out for a hike, or you're going to be, you're out, burning dead wood, or you're out moving stuff up, or you're doing a lot of heavy lifting or what have you. You're not trying to pack raw hit. I mean, you're hitting it. Hopefully you're not hitting it enough to get like baked or really super stoned. Hopefully you're just hitting it enough to keep the CBDs in your system. Because you'll burn through them if you're doing exercise or labors, heavy lifting and stuff. You will burn through your CBDs. Your body's like, more. But you've got to try to balance that with the amount of THC. Then you take it out and you just drop it in. You do this. And hopefully you have another one of these. I ordered one. I'm waiting for it to come in. Is you have another one of these and it's your empty and you're already used ones. You drop into that. What that does is, like I said, if you're out in doing stuff, you're away from your house, you're away from your desk or whatever, you're away from your nightstand, you're not trying to pack loose leaf into this. Your hands may be dirty, you may have a little bit of dirt on them, you may have, grease, oil, whatever. And it's easier just to take this. You have your dosing capsule. You've got it loaded in here. And you just take, it's easy. Like if your hands are dirty, you're walking, you're all sweaty, you take your king and you go, oop. You might have to do a little bit of, well, that did not work as it did in rehearsal. Because I did this like 4 or 5 times on, yeah, okay. Because I've done it outside, but when this has herb in it and it's packed, the stickiness of the hemp will hold the lid shut. But you dump it in here, and boom. You're not touching it, you're not getting dirt on it. Whereas if you're taking it out of your holder or whatever, your baggie or your, like your like if you're using like Kite or Bugler cigarette tobacco, or if you're using like pipe tobacco or whatever, you're not touching it, you're not getting, you're not contaminating whatever it is you're vaping. So yeah, and you can get them in packs of 4. So yeah, what I plan on doing is once the other one of these come in, what I plan on doing is marking. Of course, I can't get the thing. There it goes. This here, notice it has a nipple on it. There we go. Has that nipple. What I'm going to do is probably take a little bit of paint, like blue paint or silver paint or something, and paint the nipple to let me know that I got one for already used and one for the ones that I haven't smoked yet. And if you're out like on a 2, 3, 4 hour hike, like I said, I like these. These are great because you're not carrying a bunch of stuff. You can put these on a like I said, put it on key ring. You have it marked. Do you? Yeah. This is for $100 vape. It's hard to go wrong. Like I said, this and the UNT both punch up to the $150 level as far as handheld vapes go, as far as vapor quality. When I have time, I have the Loco. Once I get the Loco, I work through it, figure out how all the settings work. I get a chance to, it's going to be probably a month or so, hopefully, maybe a little bit sooner. I'm going to try to do a video on it, its pros and cons. So yeah, it's pretty good. I highly recommend Planet of the Vapes, and I recommend checking them out. They're a good place, a good source. They're inexpensive. Customer service is top notch. I had a question about an order a while back, and I went to their contact us. I my question, and within 10-15 minutes I got a thing back going, hey, we understand right now we're having trouble with supply, getting them out. A bunch of our floor workers are out sick. It's going to be an extra day or two, so you know, please bear with us. And I'm like, okay, cool. I can live that. I can live with that. It's cool. So, yeah, it is. Like I said, if that's your thing, do it. I mean, have fun, and enjoy it. Enjoy life, and remember, always be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?